Well, I'd hope you're awake in Australia. Let me put it that way. And if you're not, there's something wrong. Get up. I'm having my morning brekkie because I've been on the run. Now, I'll wait for a few people to get on because we've got a few topics to cover. We'll see who's awake and alive at this hour. I'd like to give a shout out to Jen, Lysiana. Yes, I'm alive. I've put my mask on, Divine Feminine mask. I'm alive. So we have 8 people on. So yeah, big shout out to Jen. See, I'm alive. I put my fake mask on. I'm getting my shit together. Hi, Nicholas. I've added you on Facebook. So we'll have a quick update. I'll just wait for some people to come alive on here. Hi, Poppy. How are you? Hi, neighbour. Yes, I'm alive. Thank you for having my back. Do you like my music? I've been busting a rhyme to get my groove on. That's okay, Nicholas. We've got to keep our divine feminine spirit going. Yeah. Hey, Hardley, how are you? Great timing. Oh, God, if you only knew. I'll be kind enough to give you guys a brief update as to what's going on with me. Some shit be getting real in my life. Isn't it always though? I mean, shut up, Jen. I seriously feel like I told you from the start my life was like the bloody Bold and the Friggin' Beautiful, Jerry Springer, and K-Town Eat Your Heart Out. Are you going to indulge in this? Where are you? Are you home or are you at work? Hey, Pinky Lee Punk. Where are you, Carmen? What, you want to hear the dramas? I'll still hold integrity. You're working from home most days. God, sounds like me. God, we are. Maybe we're twins. So, how has everyone been going? Now, I deleted the Divine Masculine video due to a few reasons, but it doesn't matter why I did. The energy has changed. There's been a shift. And I started thinking about the way I've been doing the videos. Initially, I was doing the videos connected to, you know, the beginning stages, the middle stages, and then the ones reaching union. Yeah, well, you can probably hear me from the other side of the fence. Okay, so there's different stages gradually. This is feeling slightly low, so we'll see if I can prop you up. Okay, so there's different stages really in a twin flame, you know, where you are in the journey. If you've just met your twin, you know, what's going on with that. If you're smack bang in the middle and you might have been waiting a year and you're thinking, am I ever going to hear, you know, what's going on here? And I have been basing it probably on a support level more for Divine Feminine. So I've had, that video was a blessing in disguise for me because I did a bit of meditation and I've actually thought about dealing with these videos at a different level. Now, usually from a psychic point of view, I'll have different things going on around me, which will be relevant to the energy of the month or what's to come. You want to photobomb me? I locked the gate due to Divine Masculine. Yes, I know, darling. I'm going to explain the reasons why. I have emailed you, so just chuck in the date and the time you're wanting, because I had some things go on with Divine Masculine. Basically fallen back into a karmic pattern, a codependent pattern, and yeah, caught the situation, and it got to a point where it was a domestic bomb, let me put it that way. I had the police at my door. I had Jenna Lysiana on the phone and Christine from Melbourne say thanks, bitches. Hey, Kimberly. I had to unfortunately cop a blow to, you know, my situation in my twin flame connection, and I just can't, like, I'm okay because I've worked many years on my Divine Feminine energy, and I had to stand in my power and say enough's enough, and that is so that they can rise their frequency. Look, ultimately speaking, in a twin flame journey, if masculine or feminine is in toxicity, that is a codependent aspect, and you just have to let them do the work. So that's where I'm at. So it does mean that I may be coming to America, but those of you who I have had to reschedule due to my dynamic from my twin kind of falling to shit, but a blessing in disguise, I am happy to give you a free email reading as well. Just basically message me and I'll tell you, yeah, just tell me what day you're wanting for the reschedule. So I have blocked the rest of the week out because I've had to sort a lot of things out, but I have decided to do different videos. Well, I'm happy but unhappy for you if you've just met your twin. Like, it's like they say on YouTube, don't wish to be a twin. It is not a blessing, and you can be in a loving soulmate partnership should you choose, but energetically, regardless, you will. That's really your road. You know what you're going to do. For me at the moment, you know, I'm still doing the videos and I'm going to rise my vibration and take each day as it comes. That's where I am spiritually. But energetically, that will always be there. The connection is going to be worked on, the triggers, the return, all of that in some shape or form in life, it's relevant, okay? So what I had noticed in the videos though, it's a fucking hard road, but it's made me have to do some reflection, because if anything doesn't work, generally there is an aspect of, we had a great debate with Jen and Lysiana, aspects of abandonment and situations like that, and it's very hard to actually, you know, you see something happen and you're going, okay, where maybe am I codependent? Yes and no. And the reason I say that is, yes, I want you guys to be to the point where you are aware and self-aware, to the point where you're saying, okay, is there an aspect I need to look at? Do I need to do more work now? Am I aware of this situation perhaps with myself going on? But never accept or shift blame. And it's not really a blame, because, you know, a connection of any such should be at a frequency of compassion and understanding. That is a higher frequency than getting into ego and getting angry about the situation. But definitely, you know, I'm going to be doing videos connected to different energies, and that's to empower feminine. But I'm also going to be doing videos connected to divine masculine, because ultimately speaking, male and female, be it, you know, whatever sex you are, the energies we hold, we actually both hold both energies. So while both of those are in energetic balance, we as a whole and a collective are balanced. So I'm going to be doing support related videos connected to different triggers and situations that masculine may be dealing with as a support network, because how do we expect to raise the frequency of masculine energy if all we're doing is turning to each other and dealing with masculine, the feminine, you know? Because it has become almost like a bullying situation that masculine is. It is really. I mean, most of the videos are based around, you'll hear people say, oh, divine feminine, you know, but it's really condescending. It's almost to the point where it's like the feminine is the victim. There's both energies there. They're both relevant. So I'm going to be dealing with both energies, because I want it to be a kind of format where healing at both levels happens, and that can educate our children then, and, you know, the generations after us, so to speak. So there's going to be videos I'm going to be doing about toxicity, drug and alcohol, blocks connected to karmics, and how maybe they can look at it. And I just want you guys to be really super conscious that these videos are for both. So, you know, keep your frequency correct, so that even if you have had a trigger point, you're not going to come and attacking a masculine or a feminine energy. Keep it as neutral as possible. I mean, definitely speak from your perspective, but try at the moment, especially for the next 4 months, because we are moving into a cycle where lots is changing. Hi, Lysiana. So we need to keep that frequency correct, okay? We also need to understand in aspects of things coming through. If you have areas connected to divine masculine energy that you wish me to cover in content of a mindset and energy, etc., how to work through those trigger points, I can then address them directly in video format. So I'll be doing that for Divine Feminines as well, and then doing twin videos. I'm currently trying to record the videos as well for next month, because I want to put all the energy into this as a whole live. But the other videos, as in the zodiacs, they're going to be very much pre-recorded, and that's due to time constraints, because it really blocks out the schedule. But again, apologies to the people that had booked. I think it's 4 people. Yeah, there was just too much going on, and you wouldn't have got a reading anyway, because I had many people here trying to divide assets, etc. So yes, it wasn't a nice transition, but it's formalized. So how many of us are having triggers connected to feminine or masculine either side, because we're keeping this very neutral so that we can have an open conversation and I can tune into the areas for you guys. It's very dark out here. No one's typing anything. What you want to know from me? Have we all gone to sleep in there? Carmen, I know you're awake. Mine is, and I will be doing videos on these. We need to let them at this point. This is energetically what's going on. Yeah, look, really energetically, feminines, you need to hold your energy. Now, look, be it you want to be in union or you don't want to be in union. Hi, Moon in Cancer. The relevancy is your twins, and it's not going to make any difference. Your energy is their energy. So you're basically, you are one, and this is why sometimes we get blocked in ego when we're discussing this matter, because we get into the 3D and we're going, how could they do that to us? Well, yes, it fucking happened, okay? It's real. It's happened. Now hold your energy. Start moving forward. Don't focus on the energy. That is part of our problem. You cannot help another person that doesn't want to help themselves. But internally, because they're the other half of your spirit, you know, that is deemed in script. They are the shadow side of you. You're the shadow side of them. I love this song. I know, I'm such a fruitcake. So, in theory, I am sensing, I did do some cards the other day, and this is before shit hit the fan. Thank fuck. Okay, what you're needing to do for now, energetically, is from the layout of the cards I did tuning in spiritually, and definitely talking with different people who are connected to astrology, you know, we kind of bump off each other and then go, right, energetically, what are we feeling? And then I go into hermit mode and I start processing. Really for the next probably 4 months, there is not a hermit mode. It's not a hermit mode. It's a reconditioning mode. Any aspect of codependency and addictions, yes. It's where energetically it's directly impacting their energy. Look, there's habits and there's habits. There's certain aspect, and look, feminine might, if your twin has an aspect of a codependency and an avoidance of an area, you in some shape or form may do too. And it might be in your general life. It might be, you know, the way you're dealing with your career, the way you're dealing with your sense of freedom and your control related issues. Very much next month we're moving into an energy of ego related energy. That energy may be there, as Mark says, for 4 months. So really, it's whereby the energy is going to be what we do have control over and what we don't, and whether we're going to get triggered by that or whether we're going to go with the flow with that. And the funny thing is, the work that I myself have done is that probably in 2016, I really had the aha moment connected to we have no control. Now, the more you get comfortable with that, which was what January was making us feel, is you're accepting things. You need to accept things. And feminine at this point in time is really needing to come to a place where you stop asking permission for shit. Now, internally, we will have a moral compass connected to that of, oh, is that appropriate? Or have we given enough? Or do we do enough? You need to tune out of your own head with your ego, and you need to be very present in the energy just for right now. There's karmic energies everywhere. Our whole life is going to be karmic. It's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. It's relevant, but it's an aspect that we need to understand. It's like not paying your fine and then getting fined for it. You know what I mean? It's an aspect. So, and my feeling very much is we need to disconnect from certain things. And what I'm saying is we cannot use situations as excuses, because that's a block. Now, we can't use our 3D situations as excuses. We can't use the term twin as an excuse to not do the work, okay? So when I'm saying that, say for instance, we hear that we're in retrograde. We're like, oh fuck, we're in retrograde. That does not entitle you to act like a dick, be a fool. Yes, you're going to get triggered, but self-awareness, the aspect of self-awareness, okay? But you are twin, so it's not you're forgetting twin. The problem is by stating forget twin, you're actually forgetting yourself, because you are twin. It's just keep looking in the mirror. You are twin. Who are you? Go back to the table, do the work on self, do the energy work and focus on you. As you focus on you, twin focuses on them. And really, we have been too much saying, twin hasn't been doing this, twin hasn't been doing that. But the problem is, you know, even if you've been either enabling, supporting, that's a codependency. You are indulging your ego connected to helping. Even holding on is an aspect of a codependency, because you're lacking faith in the process of the situation and of your personal life. You know, your personal life might be that you have, you know, a $1 million mansion. It may be that you become a fucking movie star. It might be that you become a pole dancer, which I'm fucking thinking about right now, to be quite honest. But yeah, big shout out to my girlfriend in Rockingham. We're going pole dancing Monday, pole dancing training. So it's more the aspect of try and be in the moment. Try and be in the moment. Thanks, Kim. Oh, thank you. So we need to just be in the moment and just do us, and don't get into ego going, are we good enough? Is it happening because this and that? It's got nothing, it has got something to do with us, but it's got nothing to do with us. So you could be saying, were we not pretty enough because they were the karmic? Were we not good enough because they chose drugs? You know, why couldn't we heal? It's got nothing to do with us. It's a total separate energy. Yet internally, if you're in that energy, you're owning that and you're making it about you, which is something you need to directly look at. So the more that you get into that sense of empowerment, of release that shit, you've already let go of a lot of baggage. Why would you hold that baggage? That's their work. What's your work? My work would be not enabling, living the dream, not dreaming to live the dream, and definitely standing in my own power and being more, not a healer in a different way, a healer towards myself and my spiritual path, as well as for this channel as a collective, as well as being in the moment and doing my energy work on me, okay? So energetically, I have felt as though there is a shift, but I have also needed to directly deal with the energies of those of you who have been just meeting twin. It's going to feel like dynamite. It depends on how far you're in. Look, some people will come into it and they won't have that connection, romantically speaking, for a year. You know, it might be 5 years, it might be 20 years. It depends on whether you're doing, look, you can do work outside of it. You don't have to be intimately connected to be spiritually advancing. They could physically be in your life and, you know, they could trigger you enough energetically where you advance. Generally speaking, you know, you will have connection of some shape or form. So I need to address those areas. I also need to address the areas for the other set of twins that have not heard from twin whatsoever. By you changing your frequency. Really? You saw what happened to me the other day. Are you sure you're glad? 16 years. Really? But it isn't about the time, because the growth, you're thinking that that's the direct connection from the time of meeting to, but yet your soul coming to this planet when you were here, that work began. Okay? So you physically, regardless of twin being next to you like a nice coffee, okay, your divine feminine already a twin when you're born. So your spiritual path is connected to them, but they're the shadow side of you, right? So what happens is you're having a hard path in life in general. And they make you recognize that, and you make them recognize that. So your energy is in synchronicity. So as you're getting triggered, they're getting triggered. As you get closer, the energy and the frequency will change. But, you know, we do get caught, at the moment, a lot of us are caught in the ego, and many of us are going, because of the 3D, I won't vibrationally change. They won't vibrationally change. Situations won't change. Movement for my personal life won't happen. Again, that's ego related. And you need to change your frequency as quickly as possible. It's very hard, especially when you want to feel sooky and feel sorry for yourself. But you need to come to that place where you get your fucking shit together and you just go, snap the fuck out of it. You're better than this shit. Keep moving forward. So you really do need to try and directly shift the focus and do what Jenna Luciana did the other day, and I won't repeat that, but I think it was very amusing. I know you two are watching. So, yeah, so I need to do those videos. And those of you who at the moment are directly, you know, it might be that you're communicating or you're not communicating, but yet, look, it might be you're even dealing with them. Dealing with family. So is that you or twin? We'll deal with those family-related dynamics. Energetically speaking, there are family-related dynamics, masculine and feminine. One probably more so heavy than the other, but it will be an energy of... Thank you. It will be an energy of, you know, working on the blocks directly connected. Family is very relevant. Now, for feminines, it's the balance. Wow. It's the balance of families and, you know, how to get those dynamics going where they're balanced. It's also the energies of, oh, my God, we got to get rid of this dickhead. If I can get rid of it. Remove. There are some very strange people in the world. Okay, so we need to try and align ourselves correctly so we're dealing with the direct energies. There are energies coming through for family-related dynamics, financial-related dynamics. What a bag of dicks. It's Jenna Luciana's and my private joke, so it's okay. They're not getting laid. Just leave them be. Okay, so what else have we been dealing with energetically? So let me think. It can be old habits, because again, that's ego related, where we're actually saying to ourselves that our worthiness is not in alignment with the truth. So energetically, what's going to be going on is we're going to be having a bit of self-talk, self-sabotage talk, and that can be connected to finance, it can be connected to drugs or alcohol, karmics, our life path, our family related dynamics. Again, it's ego. You're either going to be energetically, you know, to a point where you're going to be triggered and you're going to be overpowering and dominant, and then realize that it's all falling out of control. Anything that's falling by the wayside, it may be a toppling, staggering effect. Well, it's a bit of both really, Laurie, because our life purpose, if it's not balanced, anything that falls away, anything that's falling to shit, we need to get, it's supposed to happen. So stop swimming against the flow and take that ride. You know, go with that tide sort of thing, and see where it takes you, because every person you meet is divinely guided for your spiritual path. And that's every person, even the most toxic people, geographically especially. I mean, for me personally, I've had invites from Moon in Cancer, from Kimberly, shout out to her, from Mark, from Intuitive Perceptions, Jen and Lysiana. I mean, I've had Christine. And I mean, spiritually speaking, I'm trying to get the videos done. Also to get to a point where I can start traveling and come meet you guys, and we can do, you know, we can meet each other and have that direct connection. So be that I come to another country to do these readings and I still do them live, that's fantastic. And if you're in the area, you can pop through and you can see me recording live and we can have a chat. But definitely I'm going to do a little bit of travel to kind of reach out to you guys so that we can, you know, try and change our frequency. The physical union is still relevant, but the spiritual path is your spiritual path. Now, being here, growing is the spiritual path. It's got nothing to do with I'm glad. Okay, I'm talking about twin flames at the moment, new moon. Not doing a reading at the moment. We're just tuning into this, and then if I've got time, I can do that at the end. Okay, so I've forgotten what I was saying now. Somebody asked me that the other day. How do you keep tuning when people are asking you questions? Generally, I can tune out. I do see it, collect it, and then think. But I'm tuning into what's relevant at that time. So being in the moment and you doing the work. So any trigger that's coming to you, any changes that's coming to you is all relevant to your spiritual growth. You need to own that. So even when Jen and Lysiana are talking to me and I've had a trigger point and I'm going, I don't want to fucking own that. It's not my fault. They're like, but Shield is. And I'm going, this is Jen's face when she's looking at me. And I'm like, okay. And it's to do with that. Oh, thanks, Adrian. Yes, that would be very helpful. Yes, I do free readings when it kind of peaks over and sometimes people jump out. What looks to, oh, that. Jen, it looks sexy. It's okay. Whatever. Get out of here, you shit stirrer. After my divine masculine fucking me over, I'm lucky I'm on here. But energetically, I would say I have been part of that kind of aspect. So very much, you know, that energy is relevant. So we've got to look at our triggers directly connected to what's going on. So the reading I will be doing is for the divine masculine and feminine, and I'm going to do 2 singular energies. It was Beyonce's one with her husband, Surfboard. Okay. Get the cards. I haven't thrown them yet, Jen. And we need to look at what we're doing, feminines, and what masculines are doing energetically. And this is for the masculines to look at. I mean, you guys can look at it, but remember, it is, both energies are relevant. So if you can see a trigger pattern happening in masculine's energy, Then see how that directly relates to you energetically, because from a spiritual point of view, be it you want to be in union or you don't, or you just want to spiritually grow and you're a twin and you haven't met them, or you're a twin and you haven't seen them, it's still energy you need to own. Okay, so if something's going on that side, you need to get that as an aspect of a relevant situation in your life that you're going to then need to work on and maybe purge, and that can bring union or your spiritual level higher quicker, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. And I'm going to have to do 3 mini readings because, as I said, meaning Cancer, we always go a little together. My boos on YouTube that I do talk to spiritually, who have become my life friends now, we literally get on the phone and we're on there for like, you're back. Oh, what, did you go to the toilet too? Would you make a cuppa? Okay, so we literally will get on the phone on Skype and we'll be on there for 3 hours. And I just say we're like the Brady Bunch because like everyone's in their own little box. I'm like, here's a story of a lovely lady. I'll have to put, yeah, well, no shit, Jen, I do the same. So that is very relevant for feminines really, and masculines, is that alignment connected to you owning your power can be to a point where you do actually end up working for yourself one day. You can be a part of my party, Adrian. Well, I have booked a party for myself, and I'm deciding whether I'm going to add YouTube to the equation, which I think would be quite relevant. Because I feel feminines, and this might be relevant for masculines depending on where your energy is, wherever you are in your journey, if an ending of a cycle connected to DM has happened, you need to be in that moment. And I'm actually celebrating, I'm chucking a party, so I will have some friends here. And it's more like a cutting of the past to be able to move forward, because energetically you need to always be in the moment. So I'll chuck you on top of my hot water system, chuck you on YouTube, and I'll put you on for half an hour and you can see us mingling and we'll have a shout out and a hello. But yes, and it should be in 2 weeks, but I'll give you a heads up on YouTube and you can be part of our party of Fuck You Past. But it's not connected to anything in particular. It's more directly connected to being in the moment, releasing the past, and being relevant in that moment, okay? Yeah, it is. Look, energy, that's the problem. You can maintain the energy, you can manage it and block it, or it depends. But spiritually at the moment, energetically, you're going to feel it, because there is changes. So you might energetically feel it. The closer you get to knowing yourself and being in your own personal vibration, you'll physically get to a stage where you'll get used to that as a telephone call in energy. Oh, I'm sorry, Danielle. She's getting ready to say goodbye to a pet. Yeah, so you'll pick the frequencies up. It can be neck aches, back pain. A lot of twins at the moment in energy levels are going through an aspect of ascension and are getting trigger points connected to, you know, things changing. But some of us have been getting dizzy, like the eyes, the vision has been going a bit funny, and it's because your energies are morphing. You're aligning sort of thing, if that makes sense, energetically. Or you're receiving each other's energy so much so that it's kind of like energy flowing through. So your eyes can almost feel like they're going crossed and blurry. And it can be like almost the bend sort of thing that you're getting, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, bloody shit, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards. Okay, these are for the ones. I'll lay them out first before I get reading. But I'm going to do obviously the collective energy, but I also do need to discuss it from the 3 points, which is the ones of you that have just met. I mean, energetically speaking, it's going to be unusual for you. If you can do work, thank you. If you can do work on yourself spiritually, my best advice would be is don't bury shit. When I say that, I mean if something comes up in your life, look at it. Don't turn away from it in a sense of if it's a trigger or if it's something that's directly affecting you. Hi, Eleanor. You know, really look at it, because the more you sweep things under the carpet, you got that build up, and it's really going to block your path for you to be spiritually moving forward. Yes, so for the ones that are just reaching connection, it really depends. If you have, yeah, Hannah, because I'm allergic to hair dye, so I have to put the paste in myself, which ends up being like a mask at the same time as colouring it. Okay, so those of you who have just met, you are best to book a reading, and I will say that very strongly, because I can spiritually help you work through the blocks, help you spiritually advance, so you can do the personal work. Triggers will come up, and look, energetically, it will be very difficult for you to remain in union, and I'm going to be honest with you, and I know that really hurts, but spiritually, that's not generally what happens. If you are, don't get upset. The situation will resolve, but you will come back together when you're correctly aligned. So you actually do have a lot of control over that. The more you do the work on childhood related issues, standing in your power, which is videos I'm going to be doing, very much where you are spiritually is you're going to be dealing with mother or father related issues, and that's going to impact the path. So I'll do separate videos connected to that, but my strongest advice is don't get to the point where you're thinking, oh my gosh, your life's not turning to shit. Trust me, your life has an amazing path. Thank you. Your life has an amazing path. You just need to realize that this is part of the process. So come to me, book a reading, and I can help you on that road. You're going to need a great deal of support. You will feel that your family will not support you or understand this situation. Definitely friends will come into the scenario and they will understand for a while, and then they'll go by the wayside. The energetic friends that will come through at the correct time, but your traditional friends will look at you like you're a fucking fool. What are you doing? Why are you dealing with this? It can be feminine or masculine energy being the runner, and they can be quite narcissistic or blocked. But the 3D of what people see is the 3D. The problem is what you're physically seeing is the internal energy of the spiritual soul. So they do not see the two things of what you're seeing, okay? So your friends are seeing this, which is a lack of potential. You're seeing this, the core energies and where the blocks are, because you are them, if you understand what I'm saying. So come to me and I can help you actually work through those energies, the trigger points. And I'll start doing now the reading for the ones that have already had that connection, and it doesn't have to be of a sexual nature, because twin energy, regardless of be it you choose to be in the relationship with them or you merely acknowledge the fact. Hi Angela, how are you, doll? If you acknowledge the fact that you're twin and you physically choose to never do that, you're still spiritually growing. So that's up to you and your path and your belief system. But right now what I'm going to talk about is the ones that have not had contact, which for many of you I'd be really surprised. I do feel that's changing, but I do feel there's going to be a bit of a plateau, but it's not a plateau that you're thinking. It's a change connected to pausing. It's a pause at the moment, and I'm going to tune into the two energies. So I'll start shuffling and I'll tune into the energies of you that are having the delightful time of directly dealing with twin. You know, and that can be in contact, that can be working, it can be in a relationship with twin. Hey, M. Kathleen King, hello. And yes, it's late, but this will go for... This energetically is an update more than anything, because I did pull the last video down. Obviously, because a few of my clients that come through were saying, look, you know, I had started initially to be doing the videos where it was the two style of twins coming through. Obviously, the newbies there, yes, they're going to know, but the direct support they're going to need is going to be more one-on-one to understand the paradigms of this situation. Because you're going to psychoanalyze it and tear it to shit. So it's better you come and talk to someone who is a twin that can help you through that process. Okay, collective energy is on both sides, be it you're in contact or not, is love. That is relevant and is there. Now that can be you, that's okay. That can be you directly feeling kindness, you know, and trying to get the frequency correct for balance, okay? I'll tune into the reading first, and then if I do have time or I'm up for it, I'll answer some questions. Okay, so relevance of it is directly connected. TF is love, okay? TM, you need to know that yeah, true. Look, I can tell you I am a twin. So, you know, for you, I'm not going to come in and, you know, I did have a talk to a few people, and obviously the style of videos that's going to be coming through. Oh, I'm sorry you're out of cigarettes. Yeah, I feel guilty about that. Anyway, so the style of videos I'm going to do is connected to toxicity, blocks, karmics, for masculine and feminine, so that when you guys have your blocks, we can directly deal with them and you can look at it from a different perspective. But we'll do the energies for the ones that have no contact right now. And I'm going to pull the chakra cards first, and I'll build the reading up as it goes. But I do feel energetically, I did do a bit of a check, and the energy is shifting definitely by August. And I know that sounds like a bloody long time for you guys, but there are shifts of energy and frequency, and that's within your own personal lives as well. Okay. Ooh, very interesting, guys. Okay. Now, those that are in contact. Are you nervous? Okay, those who aren't in union. Oh, no. What did I say? Those who are directly having contact. That's interesting. Yes, in the 3D. Okay, interesting. You guys might... Hold up. Okay, those of you who aren't in contact with twin at the moment, you are wise enough to know how this journey goes, okay? There also is a delay in a sense of you taking any aspect of action. Hi guys. So for those of you who have had no contact, you have the intelligence to know how this journey goes. You also are picking up on signals, downloads, information and feelings. Now you need to trust in that process. Now it's number 9. You guys are probably going to bode quite well, but connection will be coming. And look, during the retrograde, it's like something paused. but it's a necessary pause energetically, because it's not, the frequency and alignment is not correct at this point, okay? So anything that needed to be purged had happened around that time. And for those of you, I'll talk to you who are in contact, that's going to be relevant as well, but it might have been very difficult energy for those of you who were in contact. Hi Antonella. Very difficult in a sense that there are still triggers, and because we're moving into next month an aspect of, you know, us really doing some reflection and getting triggered, look, we're forever going to get triggered, okay? I'll just be honest with you. And it's not to a point where we're going, oh, it's more spiritually, life is a trigger. So, but energetically, many of us are going to be in ego connected to our 3D situations. What financially we do have control over, be it we're being too humble and not taking help for those of them that are receiving help or getting it. So it can be somebody offers you, you know, some financial help, and you get up in ego and say, no, 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 even though you know you directly need it. You need to then understand that's directly connected to ego. Or if you're getting triggered because of a karmic related energy, for those of you who are in contact, you need to also look at that as well, because that's going to be relevant next month. So you guys who aren't in contact do have the intelligence that something's coming. Although from an aspect, there's no contact. You know, there's no movement, there's no action. And I feel it's more on the feminine side, because spiritually something, you're picking up on an intuition that it's not the right time. Also in your meditation, you're going to be getting downloads connected to what you think is going to happen, how things are going, and it might be you're imagining things and trying to manifest situations. You're trying to keep very positive. Many of you are going to really, but again, how does it directly relate to you? So your visualization, it can be that you're meditating. It can be connected to a full moon, that you guys are gaining more clarity and, you know, staying up a lot later and really, really kind of meditating on it, but just can't sleep. So just go with that energy. It's happening for a reason. If you need to stay up late, stay up late. Go with it. Roll with it. Also, your home life is in question at the moment. You've got a home upside down. So it can be that you're not feeling grounded, you're not feeling at home. Now, the knowledge that you're trying to gain, it can be that you're trying to do the internal work, right? You're trying to look at your situation and say, okay, how can I directly deal with this? Is there something I can physically do? Again, energy. I've got to stop reading your comments because I'm tuning out. Okay, your energy is that you guys are directly thinking on something, and maybe that's why my head is going a bit funny when I'm reading in this. The intelligence is, don't question your intelligence. And I mean, I can actually say I was doing that the other day, saying what's real, what's not. Many of us are. Try and ground yourself. Try and get to a place you know the reality, you know the truth, you know, try and step back. Just be. When you're getting up in your head, you know this road, you know what the process is. It's about growth and intelligence, and that's what you're doing. So just stay present in that very energy. Connected to action, it may be that you're not taking action. And it may be you're vibrationally sensing something. You're saying, I'm not ready to do something right now because I don't trust in this process. And you're right to, at this point, not do that because the wind has not changed, okay? So you're picking up on a vibration, sixth sense, okay? So you're going, hold up, okay? We're going to wait. Now, your visualization is something you're seeing. You know, it's not that it's toxic, but you're trying to avoid a disaster, so you need to see how something goes. Does that make sense? Now, your home life, you're not feeling as grounded. So the work at home needs to be done. Also, your actions need to be in alignment with what the truth is at this point in time. Now, you're not feeling home because you're not doing you. Now, if you need to do work at home, be it make your home feel directly connected to you, or that you're spiritually not doing the work on yourself, try and do some work on yourself. Just tune out a twin temporarily, because if you're at this stage and you've been waiting a long time, you're going to be up in your head anyway, and I totally relate. But to get the home situation balanced, you need to just really try and make a routine. So that can be on the 3D, if you're looking at your home and it's out of order, get your shit together, okay? Try and get that balanced. Try and make a small section that you can have as a meditation section. Your nostalgic, I wouldn't say nostalgic, I'd more say your healing area. That when you are having one of those shitty days, you know, have your bathroom with your candles. For the Divine Masculines, have it so that you guys can, you know, have your shed, or have something you can actually go do to directly focus your energy in, so you're feeling grounded, whoever you be, okay? Didn't realise that music was so loud, as usual. Okay, now family and children might be the area at the moment of your intelligence connected to this situation. So some of your feminines or masculines may be dealing with family-related issues with children, babies, or that the energy may still be energetically not aligned, and it might be an immature energy coming through. But more so, it's directly connected to the triggers. Okay, night. Love you. Okay. Now, those of you who have not had any action, it's because something hasn't changed. Bye, Derry. And it's, look, it needs to mature, okay? Because you've got the old lady in reverse, so it needs to mature. So something hasn't changed, and that might be the lack of contact, it might be the frequency you're receiving. Some dynamic hasn't changed, and that's why masculine or feminine is not coming together right now. So the winds haven't changed, and it hasn't matured as yet, so you're right to not do anything. It hasn't ended, and you are manifesting it, and it's not, how do I put it? You're avoiding, you're not seeing something, but you're visually sensing something, and directly it hasn't ended. So a situation needs to end in order for the movement to happen. Now, you not feeling grounded at home and being able to do you is because there's no routine at the moment. Okay. Now, I'm going to go on to the ones of you that are in direct contact. That's weird. Now, I think there's two energies coming through for this, and I'll tell you the reason why. Now, you've got faith in the connection, right? There's faith in the connection. But something, I'm going to be honest, something's not going anywhere. So those of you who are directly connected, you're going to get tested. I'm just going to be truthful, okay? And I did hear this in another video, and I've only just spread the cards, and I've got my downloads of what I sense. You need to trust in the process. So those of you who are in direct contact or in direct union, shit's getting real, okay? So it is changing. You just need to ground yourselves. Go with the flow of that energy. Accept the equation. Don't fight it. Stay also in integrity connected to it, no matter what. Okay, your faith in it is there, but something's not moving. Now, the communication is going to stop, or you're not speaking your truth. So, if you are in the connection, and they're in a karmic situation and you're still with them, that can be problematic. There will be a standstill. If you're not communicating your truth or owning your power, Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, that's going to be a problem as well, because throat chakra is in reverse. Now I've pulled clarifiers, and I'll explain to you what's going on here at the moment. Now, sex can be off the table as well. That can be that, you know, you were intimate, but now you're evoking it, or now you're feeling the frequency is no. That can be for various reasons. It can be that maybe they've just stopped contact, or they're not directly communicating with you. Their energy and their frequency has changed or is changing physically. Now, both of you are up in your head. Now, connected to throat chakra, there's reunion. And I'm going to pull a few more cards on this, because the interesting thing is the way the cards are spread is it appears there's a karmic related dynamic. Now, for some of them, it might be mentally or in the 5D or in the 3D. It depends on how that goes. For those of you who've had more contact. Now, this is not, neither one of you are happy that the energy between you has changed intimately. Okay? It's not due to happiness. Something in your personal lives at a frequency level is not appearing balanced and happy. So it might be one or the other, which general it will be both, has to a degree not had the frequency correct, and you're up in your mind. You're meditating on it. Now, but your mind is not your prison. The 3D situation is. Sometimes the mind can block and make you think, how did you not see that? But they're saying, get out of your head. It's nothing. Anything that's happening is happening for a reason. You need to trust in that process. There is a direct reason it's supposed to happen. Okay, so those of you who have not heard from your divine, feminine or masculine, or no contact, I should just say no contact. Okay, you guys are really focusing on work. Now, this can be internal work. This can be doing the work spiritually, but it can be that your career is changing. Also, a lot of you are actually noticing that you're getting some downloads and signs and some synchronicities coming through. And the reason the movement is not happening in this situation is because life is not in harmonic balance right now. And because neither you or Divine Masculine feels home, the passion is quite low. So you need to change that frequency. You need to change it so that it can balance. Okay. Now, you're not feeling comfortable with this dynamic. But you are needing to take your power back, okay? So anything in your life that is out of balance, for those of you who aren't in contact, have a look at it and try and directly deal with, you know, how you can get the balance back. Now, I am going to pull a collective energy for Divine Masculine as a whole, separately to the ones out of contact and in contact. Okay. Now, your faith is your internal compass. Both of you know that, for those of you who are in contact, and both of you know that something isn't moving and something needs to. Now, the lack of communication, your intuition is guiding you correctly. You need to trust it. So if this is connected to a karmic, or you reuniting and you not communicating about what your needs are in the partnership, you're guided correctly to do so. Please follow your intuition. Please stand your ground and be in your own energy, but directly follow your intuition. Now, with the intimacy not being there, and it might be that suddenly it's stopped, or you've, you know, moved away from each other. Oh, who was it? Darry was saying to me, I'm telling you, Cards, you can't make this shit up. I love it. There's no joy connected to this situation happening the way it is, but you are the beloved one. Now, in the mind, but it not being the prison, there is a lack of prioritisation. Now, we'll pull some other cards. Let's see what Divine Masculine's doing and Divine Feminine. I think I'll just do the readings like this from now on. The in and out and the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Are we liking it? And the first card that came out was love. But have the self-love, guys. Don't give your power away. That is a very poor frequency. I know we all do it. We've all been there. You have to be whole in your own life. Okay. Collective energy. Okay, masculine. Okay, so the masculine at the moment is looking like... Okay, I just find this amusing, but not in a bad way. Okay, masculines at the moment, energetically speaking, are dealing with anything that they're directly getting triggered from. So again, I will say this, you know, it's the sacral chakra. Now, this is connected to toxicity. They're being very sensitive at the moment, so it can be they're super sensitive to foods, to drugs, to alcohol. Their frequency is very low, so energetically it can be they're getting tired, that they've done something to self to actually kind of run themselves down. And where the planets are at the moment, it's just really poor timing connected to that it's quite a natural time to have direct triggers. Now, they're actually needing to fall down. Now, when I say this, there's always a turning point, okay? Now, there's been reasons why this has happened, and that's why I was going to talk about triggers and toxicity and all the rest of it, is because there's always reasons why. But directly it is twin masculine or feminine energy that will need to do that work. You can't do that for them. You can have love and compassion, but you can't do that for them. How long's this reading gone for? God, people are going to hate me. Okay. Now, they're not dreaming big, right? And that might be directly connected to the blocks and the drinking and seeing that there's no potential for their personal dreams and goals to happen. But universe is helping them. This aspect is pushing them to a point where they can see that in their life they're worthy to have that. Now, them using their crown chakra does mean that they internally do know and will see that they are worth it, what's true and what's, you know, it's like the veil's coming off. And again, the moon's in the card, they're going to gain the clarity connected to that. Now, their vibration can change with music. It might be they're using music therapy to do this. So even if they are drinking, if they're listening to music, it's going to change the energy. And I feel I'm hearing a song is going to trigger a memory and it's going to shift their energy. And that's going to make them make a decision. And that might be where contact comes about. Now, they do have family, right? Base chakra. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, finance, as your words determine your outcome. So, vibrationally speaking, If they do not like where they are, that will fail. If they energetically align themselves correctly, it will balance energetically. Now, whatever faith they hold, be it the good fairy or the bad fairy, that's what the outcome is going to be. Now, definitely there are spirit animals around them, and they're paying attention to it. It's like they're getting messages from universe. Now, Archangel Michael is working with them, and this may be that they're actually being triggered directly connected to love. But it can be that they're coming to a very place where they're questioning the aspect on what is love. And it changes the energy. That'd be right. If this cuts out, I'll be in trouble. I'll have to come back again. Oh. Gonna have to turn. Yes, I'm still here. My phone's gonna go flat. Joy of telephones. At least I'll bring you with me, yeah? Okay. Okay, so I feel they're going to have a trigger point directly connected to them having faith in a situation. But the energies, the only way they're going to vacuum away fears is if they're actually aligning themselves with correct energies. So even if this is going to, it's directly connected to health. So it might be that there is something that happens where it might be they have to go to hospital, or a loved one or something to that degree, or a date connected to a person passing might be a trigger point, and their angels and guides are with them. But the energy will determine what the outcome's going to be, but it's divinely guided. So again, you do have to have faith in that process. Now, whoever this is around them, there is an energy around them where they're not physically understanding that this person is going to directly impact their prosperity. Now, intuitively speaking, this card is about being a light worker. This card's in reverse. So there is an energy around Divine Masculine who is going to impact the frequency of their prosperity and their new beginnings. And it can be their own mindset. It doesn't have to be a physical person, but it does, in this case, feel like a physical energy. Or, yeah, a situation. Okay, to go forward, people are going to enter into their life to trigger them on the correct path. Now, again, energies of karmic-related situations or dynamics where there's blocks, everything that comes through is divinely guided, be it good or bad. So you have to have faith in that. Now, one area that is needing healing is family, which is father. But again, it doesn't have to be father, but this is coming through very strongly as father. It can be that they're a direct parent, so they're healing that bond, that connection, and taking their power back. It can be that a loved one has passed over and that has caused a trigger, or that the relationship as such needs readdressing. Okay. I won't pick those. Okay. They're being very cautious not to jump the gun and be spontaneous, so they're really meditating, Divine Masculines. They feel very vulnerable at the moment, but they're trying to not show it. Their vibration also has changed, where they're not really being as playful as much. It's changed their frequency. They're also internally knowing what the truth is. High mystic knowledge. But they're trying to create the perfect dynamic, and they don't feel the current situation is. Hi, Michigan. His mum passed away when he was younger. Okay, there is going to be a breakthrough, okay? So be patient. There's a breakthrough coming. Now, there is assurance that this is happening and you're going to see it on the 3D, but just keep doing the work, guys, okay? That's for masculine. So they're going to have that clarity. Now, feminines, let's quickly see what's going on with you guys, because we are at over an hour. The beginning of this was an update, so there can be health though, so don't be surprised if you hear something connected to health for masculine energy, because really I do feel masculine energy at the moment is really burning the candle at both ends. This can be, look, in any body, it doesn't have to be masculine energy, because there are twins of all sexes. So you may directly hold masculine energy or feminine, or both, but you do hold both. Okay, feminines, what's going on with you guys? Okay. At the moment, romantically speaking and in love, you're really not feeling love is really guiding you right now. It can be that if you're in contact or out of contact, however it be, what's happening is you're not feeling the light inside it. You're not seeing that masculine energy is being masculine right now. That can trigger you in many ways. It can be that you feel lost yourself right now. Yeah, the sheep crows. It's like a pigs could fly, right? So it can be that you're just feeling you don't have that support, you don't have that love, and you're like, gosh, you know, why is this happening? I don't quite understand. Again, it can be that you're feeling that you're being divine masculine right now, and you're feeling very, very troubled by it. You make me laugh, giggle, glimmer. Okay, at the moment you can't even see the potential in the situation. Yeah, I can, and I did hear a fire brigade coming. It wasn't me. I've been sitting here this whole time. You've seen me on YouTube. We're in K-Town, you know, it's like the Bronx. Okay, so at the moment you can't see a gateway and you're thinking, well, how are we going to move this forward? You know, I'm not seeing the gateway. I'm not having the clarity. Okay, you need to be true to your heart. If you're needing something, you need to give yourself what you need. If you need to fill that void in your life, you need to fill that void in your life. So that's random. The funny thing is she's actually holding a lotus flower. So for those of you who don't know, lotus flower is directly connected to the divine union. But it's almost like you're seeing the potential in it, but then, you know, because of this, your crowning card, you're thinking, you know, I can't even really see that. So how is that directly possible? You need to wait for divine timing. Don't be angry at that. Trust me, don't be angry at that. You're also questioning your intuition, which, trust me, I did that for 3 days now. And then I was like, you know what? I'm too tired. I'm going to get more wrinkles than I have. I'm just not going there because I was going, oh. Okay, you need to remove your energy. If you've been giving too much energy and you're directly in contact, the advice is remove your energy. Now, when I'm saying remove your energy, you need to let them do the work. You need to let them pick up their pieces. You need to let them fall. You need to then, you know, remove the asset-related help, the physical-related help. It's codependency. And it's taxing on your energy, divine feminine. So, you know, you're not aligning yourself correctly. Keep it balanced, right? Hey, I did it myself, okay? Barley's. I did that myself. And it... you can't lie, the cards are right here. You saw me pick them. I shuffled them right in front of your eyes. If Judge Judy was here, she'd tell me, yes, Yildiz, that's right. You own your part. Okay, your third eye at the moment. You're not seeing the potential in it. And you're questioning what you've even experienced or have had, or if it's even a twin flame. And trust me, I've had a lot of people come to me saying that too. Okay, the potential gateway at the moment is blocked temporarily. You need to focus on your internal light and the fact that you could go for a reading, but know the light inside you and don't question that aspect, because you're not seeing the gateway, or they're choosing a karmic path if that's the case for your divine masculine. What you've got to understand is it's not about that, okay? It's work. It's time to do a little bit of work and be in the given moment. You need to be true to your heart because you're very, very vulnerable at the moment. But that is like, just tune out, nurture yourself, listen to some music, have a bubble bath, go to bed, have a glass of wine, be nice to yourself, and be forgiving towards the situation you're currently going through. Don't get into the self-pity, blame, etc., because as I said, we're moving into ego, so we don't want to be going there. Wait for the perfect timing, but you're not asking your angels to help you, because it's not in your ball court, because it's divine time. It's not even divine masculines, it's divine timing. Now, your intuition, you're not listening to it, it's telling you to. Cool, Billy Joel. What about dinner? Yeah, but that's not being nice to ourselves. We should be accepting dinner. Not getting them to pay for our meal. Okay, remove support where you don't need to. Okay, if you are in contact with them and you're dealing with them, it's becoming unhealthy, right? Oh, you're making me hungry, and I wasn't even hungry. Okay. Thanks, David. Okay, so remove support where it's not needed. It's not being a friend. It's more, hey, don't enable. Let people pick up their own life, because it's becoming toxic. Advice for divine feminines. Take a Nurofen. I can feel some of you having a headache. Who on here's got a headache? I'm picking the energy up. Yeah, hair as well. Thanks a lot, guys. I just get on here and get your bloody headache. Wow. How could you be so mean to me? Okay, you guys dream a beautiful dream. You need to, your third eye's blocked. You need to keep manifesting, okay? Just because on the 3D you're not seeing it, get to the 5D. What did I say to you guys? When you get blocked, 5D, get back on your spiritual path. Stay grounded. Don't get into ego. Not everything's about you. It's, look, 5D. Dream big. Do you. It's okay. You're allowed to. I give you permission, right? Because half of us from childhood would have been conditioned, and we were talking about this the other day, the connection of paradigms, what we can and what we can't have. Manifest or meditate, 100%, or co-create. Okay, divine feminines, you guys are doomsday preppers, right? This is us. Just, it's a reality, right? You're doomsday preppers. Prep. Masculines are, you know, fixers. Let them fix it. Your preppers, they're fixers. They're hunters and gatherers. So just, and either energy can get that. So look at who you are to the core and start creating what you need to create. And if that means cleaning a house and getting your things sorted, going on a holiday, whatever it be, do that. Do you. Now, There is change and clarity. You're a light worker. You see it. The gateway's closed. After the storm, it will be better. Your energy, the road, what's to come. Being true to your heart and being aware that you are very sensitive right now. This process is going to be the perfection of your life. Now, you are a work in progress, as Divine Masculine is a work in progress and an energy. The twin energy is a working process. But you need to build it on solid land with fertile soil. So it is divine timing. You're not just going to plant a tree in some cement and hope for the best, right? Okay, the perfect setting and the lack of help from universe, you need to release the dark wounds. You need to release the hurt, click your fingers and white light yourself and keep going. Manifest your reality. If that is that you want to feel loved, you know, feel the love. Feel the love. And there's many things you can do for that, but I'm just saying manifest. Release the hurt. Do the work. Okay, do listen to your instincts. You're not. Because it's a twin flame union. This is beyond just the 3D world. On the 3D, if you're getting triggered, oh, they're in a karmic relationship. Look, they're not. Okay? It's going to change. Relax. But how does it trigger you? Do you have to be in union with them? No. But that's your choice. Some of it is, some of it isn't. Regardless, what I'm saying is, don't get blocked by what the other's doing. What are you doing? Put the energy back. Yes, you're going to keep getting in your head. You're going to think about them. But at the moment, the codependency connected to you giving too much and not bringing it back is not healthy. And it's preventing manifestation. Any questions, guys? I'll make it short and sweet because we're already at almost 2 bloody hours. Yep, be it in union or out of union, do you. I would say 100%. The energy is shifting. It's some of us will drop, but then rise. So that's what really needs to happen. Okay, the lack of help that's been here or the give and take has been out of balance for feminines. There is a detox coming. You are concerned about the connection and maybe feeling that it might not bode so well. But you just need to let that aspect go. Create your perfect reality. Okay, it might be that you need to just go into hermit mode for a little bit and detox or go to the beach. But it's saying if you need to, follow your instincts connected to it. Have some fun when you have time to. But then pull back when you need to. Follow your intuition. Okay. It's probably their energy, love. If you're picking up on energy, it can be like their energy. Even though it's you physically doing that, just do breathing exercises to bring it down. Not drink coffee. How do you detox? It depends on the energy of what you're personally currently in. When I'm feeling out of sort, you can use the food. But look, the detox physically can be from the toxic situation. It doesn't have to be a food-related detox. The detox energy card is directly connected to, you know, is the energy between the connection positive? Are the people in your energy around you positive? Do you need to retreat? Do you need a break? Do you need to take a day off work? Are you emotionally coping? I mean, I love coffee. So the detox can be from the aspect of a negative situation or a way that you're doing something connected to you having a habit of codependency. Yeah, well, look, I've got a friend in Melbourne and hers is chai latte. She's very angry at the person at McDonald's the other day. What do you mean you don't sell chai latte through drive-through? I thought it was funny. Any other triggers that you guys are dealing with that you want me to discuss when I do separate videos? I like South African tea. Robo, I think it's called. Yeah. Fiancés, finances. Okay. Try and just do breathing exercises. Try and keep yourself very, very busy. Yeah, definitely. Go for it. Yes, it has been quite flat energy lately. I think many of us are actually in meditation mode as to, okay, where are we right now? What are we doing? And it can be even watching a video. It could be talking to another twin. It can be feeling twin energy where you're just going, where to in my life from here? It's okay. Like it's quite natural energy. Just deal with the energy accordingly and try and keep balanced in that. Look, on the 3D, any karmic related cycle in feminine's or masculine's life, it's much the same. How do I explain it? Whatever an energy has in either twin, we have a blockage somewhere too. So if they're directly dealing with something and getting stuck in old ways of doing things, where are we getting stuck in old ways of doing things? And I know for me, it was giving too much, not receiving. The give and receive was out of balance. The energy was placed too heavily on DM and not self and my own dreams. That is out of balance. So that is an aspect of a codependency and addiction. But again, if your DM needs therapy, you need to look at then what needs to be worked on with you. And I mean, I hate it when people tell me that, but I know it's fucking true. And that's why I hate it. It's like, oh. And if anything, it's a bit like me being spiritual and seeing dead people. I know that if they come to my bedside and they want to talk to me, that if I don't actually deal with their concerns, they're going to keep coming back. So it's the same process. Energy's energy. If you receive that frequency and you get a trigger, you don't do the work, it's going to build up. Cool. Well, that might be the issue. If you look for nothing in return, you'll get nothing. Yeah. I actually had a really weird thing happen the other day. I mean, I'm all open, right? But I was sitting on the chair and I was talking to a friend of mine and an energy kicked the back of my chair and I was like, wow. And you could hear it, but I was like, did you hear that? And I was sitting on the chair. I was like, out here too. Mushy. He's teasing me, Carmen. He's probably going, get off your butt, stop feeling sorry for yourself. I'm telling you. He's probably going, don't be a sook lad. You know what I went through? And I'm like, yeah, kick the bloody chair. Scared the crap out of me. Well, a bit like me. My girlfriend said we would have got on well. Yeah, I think many of us have been dealing with past life related issues, but again, I'm not feeling it completely relevant. I don't know why. Look, yes and no. If you're lucky enough that you can go to someone who's going to take you back. I mean, I remember, you know, an aspect of my past life, so that's relevant for me, but you just have to go with the flow of the energies and the downloads and the triggers that are coming and work through them. That's all you can do. No, I don't. Do I have a favourite? I love the tea lady. I think she's lovely. I think I do have a connection of people I do watch. I don't really have a favourite. I have different people I watch for various reasons, but I always fall back on my own intuition because I actually have had premonitions connected to my life path, so I know to a degree what's happening. So when I get readings, yes, it might be for clarification, but you always, as a twin, need to follow your own inner compass. So yes, get readings. Yes, gain perspective, because at the end of the day, you're shaping it. You need to be drawn to a reader. So if that person you feel at a vibrational level, you feel a connection with in a video, they're the ones to watch. You could just be scrolling and you're like, I feel the connection. They're the ones that have the messages for you, okay? But directly speaking, the tea lady with her projections, I love her energy. She's got a beautiful energy. You know, definitely Kimberly, she's lovely. Moon in Cancer. Look, there's so many. I couldn't even kind of say how many. I mean, God, if Jem was on here, I'd say from a spiritual healing point of view, I'd hire her straight off the bat. And Luciana, because I just think we should just create a separate channel and you should hear our chit chat sometimes. I think you would never need therapy. Oh, interesting. I'm getting the K-Town gossip. We know everything that's going on, don't we? Yes, well, I am going to be teeing that up soon because I do want to do the Crystal Children's video. I do have a lovely friend who I've been doing a bit of healing work with, and for some unknown reason, this divine feminine has a lot of children that come to her and call her mother. So I end up doing a lot of spiritual healing work to help teens actually gain clarity. And very much with what's going on with the planet at the moment, that is going to be a very relevant energy because teens do need to feel heard, but they need to learn how to communicate so they can be heard. And at the moment, the vibration and the frequency is an incorrect channel, so there are cross wires happening. So you need to, if you need to really reach out to your teen, you might want to get to a stage where you're doing it in a different manner, because what you've been doing will not be working. It's going to need to be attacked from a different angle. Yeah. So I'll see how I go today, but I've got to tee it up with a couple of my friends where we can have a chit chat. Even if they're not directly on the camera, we can do the conversation and you can actually hear the conversing, that we can work through the blocks. Any other questions? Yeah, definitely going to be doing masculine energy. I'm going to tune into it more so very separately. you know, each month sort of thing. But I'm also going to do the blocks and the triggers connected to it. Not a problem. So I hope these have helped. If they have chosen to be with it, because it's not the okay. Karmics and habits, it's not actually about the karmic or the habit, it's about twin. It's not about the 3D person. It's not about the 3D thing, it's about the 5D. Or 4D rather. Yeah, look, be it you're in a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection, the aspect is you should never lose an aspect of self. And yes, we do get into a habit of doing that. And then the frequency within the relationship changes, and that's relevant for all relationships. That's okay, Stephanie. Yeah, so definitely, look, I'm going to put a quick video up. I'm going to tune out, tune in, and it's going to be basically asking you guys what you want me to cover connected to energies and triggers. So one of them will be karmics. One of them is going to be toxicity. The donations are on my page, Dal. It's on the website. So on the other video, it'll have the website there. There's a spiritual shop, bookings, and donation page. But definitely I'll put a little video up and we can then connect the areas that you guys feel are relevant that you want covering. Now, there will be the connection with children. I'm going to do a children's series. So it's not just going to be all zodiac. Yes, it can be attachments. It can be blocks mentally and emotionally. Because a lot of us are getting to a stage where we're too focused on when are they coming, like they're our knight in bloody shining armor, but our frequency in life personally has to be aligned correctly for us to have a life. Many of us, if we're just stuck in ego, which is giving our power away and waiting for the ship to come in, you don't physically need to do anything directly connected to them. You just need to focus on your life and be present in that moment. If you feel vibrationally it could be years, you need to take ownership of that. Now, if you choose to wait, that is a personal choice, and you could be avoiding opportunities for spiritual growth. You need to ground yourself and choose what you feel your truth is. But be present in your energy and don't just get to a place where you say, well, we're only going to end up together, so I'm not going to do anything in my life. That's not owning your power. That's really you giving your power away and not trusting your life purpose of what's meant to happen. So you need to have faith in it. You need to raise your frequency. And that's, you know, just go with the flow. Really, really go with the flow and trust in the process. It bodes better. If you swim against the tide, you're not going to get there any quicker. Oh, it might be your children. You'll know directly connected, like premonitions and look, sometimes flashes. I've been having flashes lately. And I did have a flash of divine masculine with karmic, but it was the wrong karmic. It was another karmic. I just didn't see it. I also saw them collapsed on the floor crying, verbalizing their lifehood pain, and then verbalizing their emotions connected to me. Woohoo! But yeah, look, you'll get flashes and process it. So find that as closure or find that as peace, find that as confirmation, however you want to directly relate it. And just keep being present in the moment. Definitely, if you're having a block, book a reading. And I can help you work through those. So I'm going to turn off, finish my cigarette, come back and I'll ask a brief question. And then you guys can write all your comments down as to what you're wanting me to cover in these videos. So it's going to be a series of divine masculine kind of areas. And it's not going to be readings. It's going to be aspects we're dealing with as points of problematic situations. and how maybe they can work through these blocks to deal with these aspects of adversity, because definitely not enough supporters out there for masculine and male energies, be it teens to, you know, in your 40s, 50s, where if you, because we're very much conditioned to believe we're not to be in our energy and our feelings. So if these videos can get out, then if a masculine energy is coming through and they're feeling, hey, I'm really stuck in this area, they can listen to that and that can change their frequency. But it's got to come from a different perspective. Okay? Love and light, guys. Okay, well, I'll hop off and I'll hop back on for 5 seconds and I'll ask the question, and then love and light, and I'll talk to you later. And those of you who have made a booking with me, I've blocked out the rest of the month. Just throw me an email and I can reschedule you ASAP. I've already rescheduled 2 of you, but I think there's another 2 that are needing rescheduling. I have inboxed you, and then next month it'll be back to work as usual. Okay, guys? Love and light. We're getting there. Bye. If I can turn it off.